A Detroit bus driver and her supervisor left a running city bus for a romantic rendezvous, leaving riders stuck and frustrated. This was just one of the issues uncovered in a new report from the Detroit Inspector General. The report says the two were caught being romantic during work hours multiple times, causing long delays. Noel Friel spoke with city leaders tonight. And Noel, this report claims management failed to investigate this properly.
Yeah, that's right, Kimberly. The Office of Inspector General found that supervisor and employee were having what it called romantic interactions both on the city bus and during working hours. But the even bigger problem, according to this report, is what happened after that relationship was discovered.
It started with an anonymous complaint back in June alleging that a senior transportation service inspector, Andre Reese, and bus driver Dana Ruff engaged in indecent activity on a city bus. An investigation by the Office of Inspector General uncovered video footage from May 6th showing the two fondling each other on a bus. It found Reese then reported an unsubstantiated mechanical issue with the bus, took the bus out of commission, and took Ruff to a fast food restaurant, disrupting service for 115 minutes. On May 20th, it says Reese and Ruff again met up multiple times during Ruff's route and at one point abandoned the bus while it was still running. That day, DDOT received a complaint via a customer assistance form about the abandoned bus, but Inspector General Kamal Marable says leadership didn't investigate it properly.
Now, this is the craziness that's happening right now. For you to actually be at work and leave your role, your post, your duties to go have fun with someone else. And this is happening a lot with coworkers, by the way. I think this is something that a lot of people know it's happening, but it's not talked enough. And it's quite interesting when it actually happens and gets on the spotlight, because then it's a reminder that this kind of crap is happening and people just need to be accountable and know that there are consequences to what they do. I mean, it's crazy. It's like you're a bus driver. There are people that are relying on the system, on the service that you're providing to go to work, to go to places where, I mean, people who wait for the bus need the bus. You know, it's not like they're going to get a taxi or anything like that. It's like they're literally standing, waiting for the bus. Meanwhile, you make an excuse and then go to the restaurant for 112 minutes, almost 2 hours, just to go fondle and spend time with your lover at work. I think that's crazy. People like that don't just need to be fired, but they also need to be charged, fined or something, because this is recklessness. It's crazy, and it's happening more and more frequently. It's like, I don't even understand how people are not thinking ahead, because you're risking your career, your reputation. Is it really worth it just to have a little bit of fun for a few minutes? I mean, I don't even think it's worth it at all, for it to go on the spotlight. And they've been doing it consistently, and there's no reason for them to do it during work hours. They could meet up after work, they could do whatever. There's no reason for that. It's crazy. And it's funny because there's another story, and I'm sure you guys have all heard this story, the Kiss Cam, which is the CEO that got caught at a game, at a Coldplay Kiss Cam game, and that pretty much messed him up. And this is on the same topic, so let's see.
There's more reaction to the story everyone's talking about. The CEO caught on Kiss Cam at a Coldplay concert, snuggling with his head of human resources. Today, there are serious questions whether they will be forced to leave their jobs.
Now, this is a story that happened a little while back, right? So this CEO went out and they were at a concert or someplace, and there was a Kiss Cam that caught them pretty much. And the first reaction was to hide as soon as it happened. And he's a CEO. So this is a CEO, Andy Byron, I think. And that was the HR lady that he was working with, head of HR, actually. They were both, were having an affair. And there are consequences to what happened, So back to the story that we're just talking about earlier. Is it really worth it? Is it really worth it to risk everything that you have to just have a moment of fun? Like with his story was even worse because he got caught. He's the CEO, and basically he was either forced to resign or get fired. And in his situation, he was CEO. His salary was $470K to $690K plus a hefty bonus, and he had to let all that go just because he was trying to have some fun. Now, on this situation, this whole story, the DTOT, they obviously don't make that kind of money. They obviously are just hanging out, doing their own thing or whatnot. But my question is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? I mean, I know they weren't making a lot of money at this job, but the reputation is messed up. Everybody knows what they're doing. It's like, to me, I really think it's not worth it to put yourself in a situation like that. And it has happened a lot. So this is my advice to all the people out there. If you're in a situation, if you're doing something, make sure, first off, you shouldn't be doing anything. But more importantly, make sure you're not going out of your way to do something stupid just to enjoy a few moments that could have a lasting impact on your life. Because this guy, not only did he lose his job, he also lost equity. So the company obviously had ownership in the company, and the value of the company has changed because of the sentiment. Investor sentiments. They will pull their money out. The company will lose some deals if they're not really in support of what they saw in the video. So it's like, when you're a public figure, when you work representing a company or someone, you got to be conscious. You have to think about things and how it's going to affect you. And not only that, he basically ended up getting a divorce. His family was pretty much not talking to him. The kids wouldn't talk to him. So it's not just, impacting the direct people that are in the moment having fun. It's the people around them as well. And in this situation with the driver here, this is recklessness, misuse of property. You're a public servant. You cannot be using public property to do your nonsense. And they got fired, I'm sure. And it's like, what are people doing? You guys need to use your heads, man.
Properly.
We found out that the supervisors who were responsible for dealing with this type of issue were very lenient in their response to it.
DDOT Superintendent Howard Bragg classified their actions as a Class 4 offense, which would normally be punishable by a 30-day suspension followed by termination. Instead, he gave them both 5-day suspensions. Marable says he never reviewed the video footage of the two inside the bus.
For some reason, this individual only chose to review the footage basically from outside of the bus and not the full interaction. So we found that very problematic.
The Office of the Inspector General is now recommending discipline for Bragg and the DDOT Assistant Director, additional consequences for Reese and Ruff, as well as policy reform and enhanced training for DDOT leadership.
The real victims in this were the citizens who were waiting on buses that did not come on time because you had individuals who did not take their job and their responsibility seriously.
Think about it this way. People are standing at the bus stop, waiting for the bus, thinking that the bus will be showing up. Instead, for 2 hours, the bus wasn't around because someone was fondling and having fun with someone else. The level of disrespect of not caring about other people's time is beyond unbelievable. And the worst thing is management's response. So it's like, really, their response is to be suspended for 5 days. 5 days. No wonder people are doing it. I mean, if the consequences is just 5 days of, suspension, it's like, that's 5 days of vacation because they're both suspended together, right? So they get 5 days to actually spend more time together without having to worry about a schedule or a bus waiting, people waiting for the bus. So it's like a vacation. It's even the better. It's good for them. So I think that, the punishment should have been more severe than just 5 days. And I think management should have done a better job investigating the issue instead of just looking at what's happening outside the camera. And frankly speaking, I think they're all at fault. They probably knew what was going on and they just didn't want to get involved with it. And that's basically what it is, but that's just unacceptable when other people are relying on your service and you guys are supposed to provide a service.
And in a statement, Executive Director of Transit Robert Kramer said DDOT is already implementing some of those recommendations, saying in part, quote, "We will ensure that employee disciplinary actions align with the city's human resource standards and improve processes to prevent discipline not being applied appropriately in the future." DDOT will submit a response to the Office of Inspector General by January 23rd. Reporting live, Nwofor, Local 4.